Next, we have the video game review.
Okay. Who wants to go first? I'll go first.
You can go first. You got that game right there.
I am reviewing God of War 3 Remastered for the PlayStation 4. I've been wanting to play this game since it came out on PS3, but I was an Xbox 360 person because I heard so many better things about Xbox 360 that I got one.
Morrowind, Skyrim,
Dawnguard. Skyrim. Elder Scrolls is on PlayStation 3. It is, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, but I never had a PS3, and I wasn't about to buy a PS3 just for one game. So I got the remastered version as soon as I got my PS4, and so good. So good. So good. So good. They increased the graphics to 1080p, which makes for a lot clearer picture. You can actually see Kratos get soaked in blood, which is awesome. Like, he's killing everybody. Like, there's like, God, which one is it? Oh, when you kill a Cyclops in the God of War games, you basically pull out its eye, and as he pulls out his eyes, he gets drowned in blood, and then he gets off, and then you start killing other people, and you're still soaked in blood. You actually don't get the blood off of you for like a good, probably like 45 seconds after you're done.
Oh, cool. So it doesn't give you like a chance to dry off, basically through kills.
Yeah, and the gaming mechanics are much improved. Your main complaint about the games is that it's a repetitive button.
I don't like it. Every time you kill a just random loser guy, you have to do button mashes. Like, okay,
for the Minotaur, for the
everyone. I can't just button
mainly
click.
for the bigger lackeys. Like in this one, it's mainly for Gorgons, Minotaurs, Jackals.
Yeah, but they're always on screen though. I understand it's a new idea, but there's always a Minotaur. Because I played one.
God, it is so freaking hard when they introduced the Jackals. I had to fight 2 Jackals, and at least I think they're Jackals. I think they're called something else because Jackals is Egyptian mythology. Are there Jackals in Greek mythology?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Mr. Greek mythology.
I never heard of them. But I know about.
They look like Jackals. That's all I know.
They might be.
I never played 3, so.
Anyway, I call them Jackals because they look like Jackals. They could be called something completely different. But anyway, they're the hardest freaking things because they're like, they counter so many of your attacks. They grab you with their weapon and they throw you up in the air and slam you down. It's just like, and then when you have to fight 2 of them at the same time, like it took me like a good like 6 or 7 tries, I think, to get those suckers. And then later on in the game, I had to fight a flaming Cerberus, and every time you took out one of its heads, you got a jackal. And if you took out another head, you got 2 jackals again, and you're already like this little health when you even got close to taking off one of the heads of the Cerberus. So it was just extremely hard, and I liked it. I like difficult games. I don't like easy games.
Yeah.
And it's just hard. And then the boss battles were fun too.
Boss battles were fun.
Boss battles are.
It looks nice too. It's a very beautiful game.
Very beautiful. You fight Poseidon in the first one, then you fight Hades, then you fight and oh my God, Kratos is so messed up. He's like so much more messed up in this one. Like I always felt bad playing God of War 2. This one I felt way worse because there's a part where which is the sun god?
Kronos. No, it's not Kronos. It's
Apollo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Apollo is you beat Apollo basically, and he's begging for his life, and Kratos is about to walk away and spare him, and he just says something, and the next thing you know, I'm in this mechanic mode where I literally have to take his head off.
Yeah, he uses a flashlight.
He uses it as a flashlight. It's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
And I felt bad because I was about to let this guy live. And then there's another part where you find Poseidon's daughter, Aphrodite? I don't know.
Shrug.
Andromeda.
Okay. Yeah.
You find his daughter, and I thought you were saving her or something, or maybe you needed her to, like, for something. And you basically force her to hold this thing open so you can get as a puzzle.
She's a snob one, right? She's all like, and then the castle. Much. Yeah, okay, I remember.
You need her to hold something open so you can get this thing because it's a part of the puzzle, and then you get it, and then you go back to see if she's still holding it up. The thing killed her, and like cut her in half, and her mangled corpse is what's keeping it from closing, keeping the gates from closing. You don't see it though. I'm pretty sure if I had stayed, I would have seen it. But I honestly thought for some reason, even though it's Kratos, that you were gonna like see that you were gonna come back and use her for more things or something, or it was gonna be like one of those weird sex scenes.
Because he does go back because he visits Atlas again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I thought that was cool. Okay.
No.
Atlas.
No, he doesn't visit Atlas.
Again, he does it? He's
no,
holding that temple on his back.
Oh, no, that's Kronos.
Kronos.
Kronos holds the temple on his back.
Does it show Atlas in this one?
No, they only showed Atlas in the first one, I think.
Okay, I played the first one. Meh. I love Greek mythology. I wanted to play these games forever, but
it's not completely beholden to Greek mythology. Because I found out Kratos in Greek mythology is totally not even a demigod. No. It's like something completely different.
Yeah.
And that's what actually the one thing I don't like about the games is the first one you're led to believe Kratos is just a mortal man who is tasked by the gods to kill Ares, and that's what he needs Pandora's box for at the very end. And then the second one, they retcon it to where Kratos is actually a demigod, and he has always been a demigod.
Yeah, it was weird how they had that. For a game that's so highly prized, there's a big confusion going on right there.
Yeah, that's like one of the main confusing plot lines. It's like they retcon it in the second one. Like, I thought he was calling him father, and he said, like, my son and everything like that, because he became the god of war. He became, like, and kind of became Zeus's new son, but it turns out all along he's a demigod, and
I thought that was a twist, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't even a twist, because they kind of just like play over it, like you're supposed to understand it going into God of War 2, basically. I mean, they might have maybe said that but you actually no, because they never reveal it that he's a demigod. They just want you to assume that he's always been a demigod, and that's why he had the power to kill a god.
Well, stupid. Okay.
And some of my negatives about the game are the camera. It is kind of annoying sometimes. It doesn't really work well with you when
it jumps.
Yeah,
platform
jumps, and it doesn't. It kind of reminds me of the Resident Evil 2 camera from PlayStation, where you're going down a corridor and the camera just stays on you, and you're like this tiny, and you can't even see anything, and then you start fighting an enemy, and then finally the camera jumps to where you're at.
Well, that's the whole thing about that thing. It was pretty fun. That was different, and it was like that made you like corner, window. Anyone there? Okay. Mm-hmm. But then, yeah, it's when you got a bad platform game. Oh, you got a good game with a bad camera. You're jumping and
that kills it sometimes.
Yeah, especially when the camera twists in the air when you're doing a jump. Yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah, but that was like one of my main complaints. So it took me about a week to beat it, so I guess it's a short game. But God of Wars have always been kind of short, so it's not Witcher 3.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to devote like 20 hours to the main storyline.
The angles have gotten better with their updates, so.
That's good.
It's always been like roughly like an 8 to 10 hour game, so I'm not really disappointed that it was so short.
Yeah.
But I had really fun playing it. It was pretty hard, which I liked, even though it took me a week, which kind of would dictate that it might have been easy. Actually, this is my one gripe with it, actually, now that I think about it. The boss battles were easier than some of the freaking lackeys that you had to fight, like
because it's swarms, right?
It's not necessarily swarms. It's just there's this one fight scene. I don't know how. There's this one fight sequence. I don't know how I got through it on one try, but I did. You literally every time you kill like a strong enemy, a stronger enemy comes out, and then a stronger enemy comes out, and then a stronger enemy comes out. It's like I think it must have been like 6 cycles of it. I don't know how I didn't die. Because I died doing one puzzle mission where you had to fight, like, just one Minotaur and, like, a bunch of other lackeys, and then, like, 3 sirens and 1 Minotaur, or 2 Minotaurs. And you can actually work the traps in a way where it kills the Minotaurs for you, where you don't have to spend much time on them. You just have to, like, avoid them long enough to set the trap up. And that was harder for some reason than... I don't know why. I can't explain it. It's harder, but it's easier at the same time.
Is it like Streets of Rage where you have to defeat all these guides to move, or you can just go like, excuse me?
It's like Devil May Cry, where when you get into a certain area, You have to beat.
Oh, yeah,
all
the doors
enemies.
close and stuff.
There's like an
Yeah.
invisible wall, and you have to beat all the enemies for that invisible wall to go up.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, all in all, I think I give this game about a 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10 what?
8. I can't think of a clever title. 8.
Topless virgins.
Yeah, 8 topless virgins out of 10.
That's a thing for that game.
It was really good. You got a game? You got a
Me?
game? You got a game? You
I-
got a game?
well,
You got a
I'm-
game?
You can do your game review. I'm still playing Witcher, but I was just going to talk about a new game that I'm excited about.
Okay,
That I
so
want to get after.
a game
All right.
preview.
A game preview, because
Okay.
I am still playing Witcher. I'm sure people that have listened to this before
You're
are kind
playing
of
Witcher
sick
for
about
this.
it. And Witcher is...
I'm waiting for part
people
10 of-
are sick of Witcher right now.
I'm waiting for part 7 of the 10-part review.
And there's another patch coming to Witcher.
Another one?
Yeah.
Is that the preview you're going to talk about, or is it something else?
Oh,
Or
no. And I can talk about the patch. I think we're going to take a Witcher break.
A Witcher break?
We'll take a Witcher break.
Good.
Alright? We'll take a Witcher break.
Good.
Where you want me to go?
You can go, or if you want.
There is no structure to
There's
how
no
the show
structure.
is set up.
We just go however it's gone.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll go. I'm reviewing Master Blaster for this Nintendo, the 1988 Nintendo.
Master Blaster.
Master Blaster. You guys ever played this game? Basically,
No.
no, it's pretty awesome. Basically, story's ridiculous, even for Nintendo. Basically, you're this kid, and you have a pet frog. The frog escapes. It jumps outside. There's a box of nuclear waste. It grows. It burrows into a hole. You follow it through the hole, and you find a tank. You suit up, and you're ready to go.
Nice.
It's a pretty awesome game. It's oh man, it's classic 8. It's basically a great platforming game. The controls are so nice, and the tank can jump, which is cool because it's a good platforming. You can fire, and love playing this game as a kid. I used to play it all the time. The music is awesome. The bosses, classic Nintendo, like just the screen's all black, and then the boss appears. And you just fight, and you have to like shoot one area while it's like crazy things are coming at you and swirls. It's a bit long though, but very like satisfying. The tank can jump, and you can upgrade your tank to get like a hover attack, and later like you can go underwater. And you find other abilities like you can shoot lightning from the bottom of it, so you can attack enemies, or it has seeker missiles or a spread missiles. And your main attack for the tank gun upgrades and stuff. It's a really fun game. And every time you can jump out of the tank as like yourself, and you have this little pea shooter, and it goes from a platforming side scroller, pretty much side scroller, into this Zelda-ish kind of like zone.
This is multiple games?
That's the same game.
No, I'm saying it's multiple games in one type of...
Pretty much,
game?
it's an awesome game. So after you go into these zones, there's like little castles here and there. It matters what kind of world you're in, where it's just your guy and you're fighting, and you can fight weird things, just weird random things, stuff shooting pellets of death at you. And
Nice.
you can upgrade your weapons, and you can find more stuff for your tank, like ammo. And it's my favorite. Like, and everyone loves the spread gun from Contra, but this is my favorite weapon in all the video games. Basically, after you level up your gun all the way, it becomes this wave. You guys ever played Fester's Quest for Nintendo? No.
Why are you
No.
asking me these questions? You know I haven't
Yeah.
played anything Nintendo.
Okay. So,
Other than Super Mario Brothers and Tetris.
okay, so it's basically this gun. After you level up all the way, it's this wave, and it just obliterates the whole screen, and it goes through walls until you
Nice.
get hit, and it like levels down one. But my favorite gun. Some backtracking, like I said, but it's not to the extent of Metroid. Like, you have to, like, as soon as you get, like, the hover boost, you have to go back to World 1 and figure out you have to, like, go all the way to the beginning where you started and kind of, like, float up and land it, float up and land, and that's where you find, like, level 5. It's a pretty good game. It's very hard, though. I still haven't played it all the way. It's a long game and very difficult. NES hard. But it's definitely one I should check out. If you want to get it, you can download it on the 3DS. It's also, if you can find a copy for Nintendo. They had other ones that they made, like, newer versions. They haven't one for Super Nintendo that's garbage. and they made kind of like a reboot, but like a, how the look they have nowadays for the, no?
No, I think I know what you're talking about because I saw a rebooted version of.
It's on the 360.
Of Pokemon Silver and Gold.
Okay, they're probably talking about it, but the classic is.
No, but I mean I saw it rebooted for 3DS, and it.
Oh, this?
Yeah, it did not look good.
What?
I don't know. I guess I'm just. They pretty much put it on like the Pokemon Sapphire and all that new stuff.
Wait, it's for free on there?
I don't know if it's free, but I saw it's like a remastered version basically.
That's probably not what you're talking about. I'll show you later. But
okay.
It looks awesome, especially for 88. It is really cool. You fight just random weird stuff, and the bosses are so crazy because it's just like a crab face with shooting pellets. Yeah, crab people. Arms coming at you, and pellets of death shooting at you, and you have to avoid it while you attack the one little like weak spot. And later you fight your frog and stuff. It's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure if you get to it, it's like old NES. It's definitely a hidden gem that I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about besides growing up.
I swear, man, all I played growing up, Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega,
yeah,
and then Sega Genesis, the handheld one. I played VR Troopers. Game Gear, there we go, Game Gear.
What you play on there?
Huh?
What game do you play on Game Gear?
VR Troopers, the fighting game.
Really? I can't imagine it'd be any different than
Contra.
Not Contra, the Power Rangers fighting game.
Pretty much the same.
Like a really cheap, bad Street Fighter.
Oh my god, it was so bad. I didn't even realize how bad it was.
On the Game Gear. I used to play Tasmania on there. That was fun.
I used to always play because you had two modes basically. You had regular size mode where you're like, it's like a standard fighting game where you're backdrop against, a giant environment, and then there's giant fighting mode where they double the size.
There's just little buildings underneath you.
Pretty much. And I would always play it like that. And I suck so bad at it. I never beat anybody.
I'm pretty sure because those games are just designed horribly.
Well, I was like 5 or 6 when I would play this. And it was my brother's games. So I didn't know what the hell I was playing. Whenever I played Mortal Kombat with him, he would always beat me because he knew all the combos. And I was a button masher.
William, did you play Wizards and Warriors on NES?
Yeah, actually, that and I have the one that came out. No, actually, I have the original. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's a good game.
It's definitely a dungeon crawler.
Yeah.
You ever play the one for Yeah, they had one for
NES.
NES.
I enjoyed that game.
That was a good one, and they had a good one for the GameCube. Was it GameCube? 64? I don't know, it's one of them. But anyway, I'm gonna go off topic. Master Blaster, definitely a good game. You should check it out.
Score?
7 out of 10 Mutant Frogs.
7 out of 10 Mutant Frogs.
It's good. It's
Mutant Frogs.
Mutant Frog. Great game for like $4. Awesome.
Toad.
Huh?
It said Toad.
Toad?
He said Mutant Frog.
Mutant Frog?
Toad.
From the X-Men.
Anyway,
I don't know why.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Bum.
Yeah. Danica, what is your game preview?
My game preview? Well, Everyone's Gone to the Rapture is coming out August 11th, so that's going to be my next game that I get.
Ooh, that's like 4 days away.
Yes. I'm going to get that, so we will see. That'll be the next one. But this next game coming out is called Earthlock Festival of Magic. It's for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Wii U.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it.
It just said October 2015 on there. I was looking for a date, but it didn't say what the date was. Snow Castle Games is the developer. I don't know what they've done. It's an RPG, takes place in a world called Umbra, where a cataclysmic thing happens and stops the world from spinning. And it seems like a fun game from what I've seen. I'm like, well, it looks cute. It seems fun. It seems a little bit more simpler than Witcher. Yeah. Definitely, but I thought
seems like anything at this point is simpler than Witcher.
Yeah, Witcher's, that's a different level of game, I guess.
Kind of looks like a newer version of Phantasy Star. You ever played that? No? Okay, sorry.
I don't know. It looks good, though. The graphics are fine. I don't know, the colors are pleasing. It's not, like, horrible. Mm-hmm. And it just seems like a fun game that I'm excited about, besides Everyone's Gone to the Rapture, which is going to be my next game. That game looks good. I've done a review on this game before already. Everyone's Gone to the Rapture. Looks pretty cool. So.
When is it coming out again?
This one?
Yeah.
Earthlock?
Yeah.
Oh, it just said October 2015. I looked for a release date.
Okay.
Online, I couldn't
But
find
there
any
is, like,
release date.
gameplay and all that stuff, right?
There is some gameplay that it shows on there, so...
I'm going to take a look at that later on.
Take a gander at it.
Take a
Seems
gander.
fun.
Yeah. Because, you know, I'm in the market for more PS4 games.
I'm all for RPGs and stuff, so... this one...
I really want to get back into the shooter games.
Shooter games?
Yeah.
Well, there's definitely some
person.
good shooter games coming out. I just don't play many of them. I don't know.
I'll be the resident FPS guy here.
Yeah.
Once I start getting more into gaming again and get PlayStation Network.
Yeah, the art looks pretty good for the game now. It looks really.
Yeah, it reminds me of like a Zelda.
Looks like the Wind Waker
sort of a. What is it? A Zelda and a Final Fantasy.
It's a little dated for something on
look.
PS4 though.
Yeah. It looks a little like very simple.
Yeah.
I guess you can say, compared to other things. But
Especially
the gameplay looked entertaining, and so far I feel like it's been getting good reviews. So it seems like it could be a fun game. I think of Minecraft, and everybody's having fun with those games. And
True.
Definitely the graphics are far step down.
That seems like a game targeted for like nostalgic game players who kind of wish they, you don't have to get this 1080p like insane detail in there. You just want a fun game to play. You don't really care too much about graphics as long as it
can be
looks
simple.
good
It's fine.
and playable. Yeah.
It's pleasing to the eye. It's simple. It's all right.
You don't have to make a human being.
I've been playing Witcher forever. Let's just deal with a simple game for now. But everyone's gone to the Rapture. Guys can check out that game too. Also, it's got really good graphics. It looks like it. So
have you heard
far,
any early reviews since it's like almost a week out?
I have not really seen many reviews on there. So
game reviews are very different than movie reviews. Most movie reviews come out like a few days before release.
It mostly depends on if you're gonna play it.
Early?
I will play it, and then I will give you a review on the next one because we will see.
I'd say probably like a couple days before release, you'll see some people dropping some early reviews.
Yeah.
Probably like game critics who get early copies like
Who
a
knows?
month in
There might be
advance.
some on YouTube somewhere. But,
Probably.
so far, it looks good too.
Yeah.
Everyone's gone to the Rapture. Looks good. And this game, Earthlock,
Have
Festival of Magic.
Have you guys ever played any of the Tales games, like Tales of Vesperia and stuff?
No.
No, it's an RPG. It's really good. It basically looks just like it.
Maybe is it the same designer?
Maybe.
The game?
It's got that same nice, like bright, like colorful look with the RPG, and you fight like strange but believable animals and monsters and stuff. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the what's it called? Earthlock.
Mhm.
Looks good.
Looks good. Okay.
I'm guessing not coming out for the Wii U, right?
What?
Earthlock.
Earthlock? No, it's for Wii U. It's for it's for PlayStation 4, Wii U, Xbox One, and PC.
Thank you. See, I don't got those new
it's
consoles
for
like you guys.
everyone.
Well, I got it.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone. Thank you. So, okay, the Wii U got something finally.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the Wii U still released games.
It still releases games.
All right.
A few of them.
A few of them.
Yeah.
All right. So your anticipation level, like, are you? Let's
I'm
go on a
excited about
scale.
it, but I'm not like everyone gone to the Rapture and Witcher 3 excited.
But on a scale of like 1 to 5, 1 being Redbox, wait till Redbox, 5 being midnight release, where would you kind of put your anticipation
I
level?
will not go to a midnight release. I will probably get it the following day or that Friday.
So like
Let's
4.
just say, let's give
Game
it
day?
a 5. Let's say it like in between, kind of.
Like 4?
There's a 4.
4? Okay.
4. Yeah.
I'm just gonna download it on my console lying on the couch. It looks good.
There
I
you
like
go.
good console. Especially it looks like the Tales games were awesome. It looks like a new version of what I call Phantasy Star. Old games.
Yeah, and the reviews that I've seen on there that people have done are things I've read on the internet are really good about it for.
So, game developers, 2 customers right here willing to buy it.
I got money.
Some money.
Shut up
We
and
need
take
more
my
money.
Yeah. Send us some
You remember the last one was called The Search for More Money.
Yeah.
Still in that search.
Yes.
Anyway, next up is comic. I don't have a comic book review. I know Danica doesn't have a comic book review. So,
Or do I?
or do you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, sorry.
I was gonna say.
Sorry to disappoint.
Shock of the world.
Sorry. Oh.
So it's all up to Will.
Well, that's fine because it's.
Deadpool.
Yeah, it's fine. We can get comic book reviews. Comics usually come out every month and so, and
Yeah, there's always a comic on Wednesdays, but I just haven't had a chance to get to my comic book store and check my pull list.
That's
so
fine. That's why we need sponsors who will pay us, and we'll tell you where you can get your comics, and maybe even like they have places where you can, like, they mail you comics.
I don't know. You're the one that lived out of that had to go an hour and a half or 2 hours to get to your comics, so obviously not. Anyway.
Okay. So anyway,
there probably is. I mean, I can download an app on my iPad, but I just
yeah, that's weird reading. So anyway,